ChatGPT is the most widely adopted AI tool in history, reaching 100 million users faster than any product before it. In this comprehensive lesson, I will show you exactly how to use it effectively, from basic setup to advanced techniques that will transform how you work with artificial intelligence. The concept of prompt chaining within ChatGPT conversations is a powerful technique for complex task decomposition. Instead of asking for everything at once, you break your request into a series of connected prompts. First, ask for an outline. Then ask to expand each section. Finally, ask for a conclusion and editing pass. Each step builds on the previous output, creating a refined final product that is significantly better than what a single prompt would produce. One of the most powerful capabilities of ChatGPT is its ability to process and analyze multiple documents simultaneously. You can upload several PDFs or Word documents and ask it to find common themes, identify contradictions, or synthesize information across all of them. This is incredibly valuable for research, due diligence, competitive analysis, and literature reviews where you need to process large volumes of information quickly. ChatGPT can serve as a creative brainstorming partner for generating ideas. You can ask it to generate dozens of ideas for blog posts, product names, marketing campaigns, or business solutions. Then you can iteratively refine the most promising ideas. This divergent thinking followed by convergent refinement is a proven creative process, and ChatGPT accelerates it dramatically by generating far more possibilities than you could alone. Getting started is simple. Go to chat.openai.com and create a free account using your email address or Google account. The free tier gives you access to GPT 3.5, which handles most everyday tasks like drafting emails, answering questions, and brainstorming ideas quite effectively. For more demanding work, ChatGPT Plus at $20 per month unlocks GPT-4 with its superior reasoning, longer context windows, and better accuracy. The role of ChatGPT in education and skill development is growing rapidly. Students use it to understand difficult concepts, get help with homework, and prepare for exams. Professionals use it to learn new skills, stay current with industry developments, and get quick answers to technical questions. The key is using it as a supplement to learning, not a replacement for understanding the material yourself. ChatGPT Advanced Data Analysis, formerly known as Code Interpreter, is a game-changing feature available to paid users. It can write and execute Python code to analyze your data, create visualizations, perform statistical tests, and even build interactive dashboards. You can upload a CSV file and ask ChatGPT to clean the data, identify trends, create charts, and export the results. This turns natural language into data analysis without requiring any programming knowledge. Language translation with ChatGPT goes beyond simple word-for-word translation. The model understands context, idioms, and cultural nuances that machine translation tools often miss. You can ask it to translate while preserving tone, formality, and specific terminology. You can also ask it to adapt content for different cultural contexts, not just translate the words but localize the message. The interface is deceptively minimal with a text input box and a conversation window. But do not let the simplicity fool you. The quality of output depends entirely on the quality of your input. A vague prompt produces vague results. A specific, well-structured prompt produces professional-grade output that you can actually use. Summarization is one of ChatGPT's most practical capabilities. It can condense lengthy articles, reports, or books into concise summaries at any level of detail you specify. Executive summary in 3 bullet points. Detailed summary with key arguments and supporting evidence. Chapter-by-chapter breakdown. This allows you to process far more information in less time, making you more productive and informed. The conversation history feature allows you to review and revisit previous interactions. ChatGPT saves all your conversations, which you can search, browse, and organize into folders. This creates a growing knowledge base of your work. You can reference earlier discussions, continue incomplete work, and build on insights from previous sessions. Over time, this archive becomes a valuable personal knowledge management system. The Socratic method works remarkably well with ChatGPT. You can engage in a back-and-forth dialogue where the AI asks you questions to help you reach your own conclusions. This is effective for problem-solving, decision-making, and learning. Ask ChatGPT to act as a Socratic tutor and it will guide you through reasoning rather than giving you direct answers. Let me demonstrate with a practical example. Instead of typing "write an email," you should type "write a professional email to my team about our quarterly results. We grew 20% in revenue and 15% in customers." The tone should be encouraging but factual. Include specific numbers for each region and thank the team for their hard work and contributions. ChatGPT capabilities extend to creative writing assistance, including story development, character creation, plot planning, and dialogue writing. It can help overcome writer's block by generating prompts or continuing a story you started. It can provide constructive feedback on your writing and suggest improvements to pacing, dialogue, and structure. Voice conversations are available through the mobile app, allowing you to interact with ChatGPT hands-free. You can dictate questions and hear spoken responses. This is useful for learning while commuting, cooking, or exercising. The voice quality is natural and the conversation flow feels remarkably human. Combined with the vision capabilities of the mobile app, you can point your camera at objects and ask ChatGPT to identify them or provide information. Data extraction from unstructured text is a valuable business use case. You can paste customer feedback emails and ask ChatGPT to extract common themes, sentiments, and specific issues. You can paste news articles and ask for key facts, dates, and people mentioned. This turns mountains of unstructured text into structured, actionable information. The first prompt gives you generic text you would never actually send. The second gives you something you can use after a quick review. This single insight of being specific about what you want will improve your results with any AI tool by an order of magnitude or more. Email management becomes significantly more efficient with ChatGPT assistance. It can draft responses to routine inquiries, categorize incoming messages, prioritize urgent items, and suggest tone-appropriate replies for sensitive communications. Combined with email automation tools, this can save hours per week on email management alone. ChatGPT image generation through DALL-E integration allows you to create images directly within the chat interface. Describe the image you want and ChatGPT generates it for you. You can then refine it through natural conversation. Make the lighting warmer. Add a butterfly. Change the style to watercolor. This conversational approach to image generation makes it accessible to anyone regardless of their artistic ability or technical knowledge. Meeting preparation and follow-up benefits greatly from ChatGPT. Before a meeting, ask it to research participants, prepare talking points, and anticipate questions. After a meeting, paste your notes and ask it to generate minutes, action items, and follow-up emails. This ensures nothing falls through the cracks and every meeting produces clear, accountable outcomes. ChatGPT context window for GPT-4 is 128,000 tokens, equivalent to roughly 300 pages of text. This means the model remembers everything you have discussed in a conversation. You can iterate on ideas, refine outputs, and build on previous responses without repeating yourself. This is one of the most powerful features of the platform. The browsing capability in ChatGPT Plus allows the model to search the internet for current information. When you ask about recent events or specific data points, ChatGPT can search the web, read relevant pages, and incorporate the information into its response. This extends its knowledge beyond the training cutoff date, making it useful for research on current topics and real-time information gathering. Leveraging conversation memory effectively requires a clear workflow. Start with an initial request. Review the output carefully. Then ask for refinements. Make it shorter. Make it more formal. Add a section about budget considerations. Change the tone to persuasive. Add customer testimonials. Each iteration builds on the last, getting progressively closer to exactly what you need. Collaborative features in ChatGPT allow you to share conversations with others. You can create a link to a conversation and send it to colleagues or collaborators. They can continue the conversation, add their own inputs, and build on your work. This makes ChatGPT a collaborative workspace for teams working on shared projects, documents, or research initiatives. Custom instructions are an underutilized feature that personalizes every interaction you have with ChatGPT. In your settings, you can tell ChatGPT your profession, your communication style preferences, your goals, and any constraints you work under. From that point forward, ChatGPT adapts its responses to match your profile without requiring you to repeat this context in every conversation you start. The GPT Store introduced by OpenAI allows developers to create and share custom versions of ChatGPT optimized for specific tasks. You can browse thousands of GPTs created by the community covering everything from creative writing to scientific research to business analysis. Finding and using the right GPT for your task can dramatically improve the quality and efficiency of your work. The file upload capability extends ChatGPT far beyond simple text conversations. Upload a PDF and ask for a detailed summary of key points. Upload an Excel spreadsheet and ask for trend analysis with specific metrics. Upload an image and ask for a detailed description or text extraction. Upload multiple documents and ask for a comparison across several dimensions. This multimodal capability makes ChatGPT a universal analysis tool for any content format. Understanding token economics helps you manage your usage efficiently. Every interaction consumes tokens based on the length of your input and the model response. GPT-4 is more expensive per token than GPT 3.5. Long conversations consume more tokens due to the accumulated context. Being mindful of token usage helps you control costs, especially when using the API for automated workflows. For coding tasks, ChatGPT has become indispensable for developers at all skill levels. It can write complete functions from descriptions, debug error messages with explanations, explain complex code in simple terms, suggest performance optimizations, translate between programming languages, and generate documentation automatically. Professional developers report productivity improvements of 2 to 5 times when using AI assistants effectively in their daily workflows. The ethical dimensions of using ChatGPT professionally include transparency about AI use, verification of outputs, and maintaining human oversight of important decisions. When you use ChatGPT-generated content in your work, consider whether you need to disclose that AI was involved. Always review and fact-check outputs before sharing them. And never delegate critical decisions entirely to AI without human judgment and approval. Business applications are equally compelling for knowledge workers across every department. ChatGPT drafts marketing copy, creates social media content, analyzes market research, generates presentation outlines, summarizes meeting notes, prepares briefing documents, and creates first drafts of complex reports. Having this capability available instantly at effectively zero marginal cost changes how knowledge workers approach their daily tasks and responsibilities. However, you must understand ChatGPT limitations to use it effectively and avoid costly mistakes. It can produce incorrect information confidently, which is called hallucination. Its knowledge is limited to its training cutoff date. It cannot access real-time information unless you enable the browsing feature. It can make mathematical errors, especially with complex calculations. Always verify important facts and figures before relying on them for critical decisions. Privacy considerations are important when using any cloud AI service. Avoid sharing sensitive personal information, confidential business data, or proprietary source code in conversations unless you are using enterprise versions with data privacy guarantees. OpenAI may use conversations for training purposes, though you can opt out in your account settings to protect your privacy. Building effective workflows with ChatGPT requires practice and experimentation over time. Start with simple tasks like drafting emails or summarizing articles you find interesting. Gradually move to more complex tasks like analyzing data, generating reports, or creating content calendars for your business. Develop templates for recurring tasks that you do frequently. Document prompts that work well so you can reuse them. Over time, you will build a personal library of effective techniques that make you faster and more productive. The single most important skill to develop is treating ChatGPT as a collaborative partner rather than a magical answer machine. It generates possibilities based on patterns in its training data. You bring your expertise, judgment, and context awareness. Together you produce better results than either could achieve alone. This partnership model is the key to getting sustained long-term value from artificial intelligence tools in your personal and professional life. ChatGPT integration with other tools through APIs opens up unlimited possibilities for automation. You can connect ChatGPT to your CRM to generate personalized customer communications automatically. You can integrate it with your project management tool to create task descriptions and acceptance criteria from feature requests. You can connect it to your analytics platform to generate plain language reports from complex data. The role of system prompts in the API deserves special attention. You can define a system message that establishes the AI behavior for an entire conversation. This is much more powerful than including instructions in each user message because it creates consistent behavior across all interactions. System prompts can define the AI personality capabilities, constraints, and response format for your specific use case. Understanding the difference between training and fine-tuning is important for advanced users. Training creates a new model from scratch using massive amounts of data which costs millions of dollars. Fine-tuning adapts an existing model for a specific task using a smaller dataset which is far more affordable. Fine-tuning is appropriate when you need the model to consistently follow a specific style or approach. ChatGPT Enterprise offerings provide additional features for business use, including data privacy guarantees, longer context windows, higher rate limits, and administrative controls. For organizations handling sensitive data or requiring compliance with regulations, enterprise versions provide the necessary guarantees and controls that consumer versions lack. The technology behind ChatGPT continues to evolve rapidly. Each new generation of models brings improvements in reasoning accuracy, context length, and capability. Staying informed about new developments helps you take advantage of improvements as they become available and adjust your workflows to leverage new capabilities effectively.